At about 14 years old, really bad thing happened, and I ran. I was running out on a road, and my feet were all cut up, and I didn't have any. I ran like 8 or 10 miles to my friend's house. Jane, Hashim Shalom, the guy next to me, was a SEAL like you, and he said, "You can't hurt us." And I remember thinking that when you're wounded in the heart, physically you can do anything to me, but because my heart was so wounded, and I asked God to help me, I reached a point where I didn't want to live any longer. And when people, especially now, the suicide rate is so high, and I always tell people that are out there thinking, I want to end it. I said, can you imagine if I'd have ended it? And when God would have said, look, you young man, boy, 14, 15, here's what I had planned for you. I was going to play his son. What a sad thing that would have been. But I cried out to God, and I asked, Lord, what's my purpose? What do you want me to do in this life? And he came to me in a movie theater. A presence came, 1,000, your soul knows this, but about 1,000 yards, 1,000 yards exactly, landed outside. This presence landed outside the theater. Now you got to be careful when you ask God, tell me what's my purpose. And he came into the theater, and I felt this love all around me. And this presence, it was as if I was God's only child. That's how much he loved me. That was everything to me. I'd never felt this peace before. It was definitely from heaven. And then the voice said, I'd like you to be an actor. And it left an indelible mark on my heart. And so I came to Hollywood, and I had this vision where Jesus, how do I do it? But I had this vision that Jesus would always take care of me like a child, like a baby. And then it went from that to, this was 10 years of just, the difference between one of your team guys asked me about how hard was it? And I said, the only difference is I didn't have an instructor. I had to do it on my own. I had to look everything up. And it broke me. But I got up in the morning. My instructor was Jesus. I would go to Mass at 5:30 in the morning. At 6:30, I'd get up at 5:30. I was at Mass at 6:30, and then I would go down and do what I knew. I was playing basketball. I played basketball for 18 years, played in college, and then that's all I knew. And eventually started doing workouts with NBA players and creating workouts for them. And at some point, I got an opportunity for the Thin Red Line, and it was 14 auditions later, I got the film. But what I loved about it was that my friend Brett Barrett passed away, and I was, because my friend Phil Weber, who's a brilliant NBA coach and just a genius guru when it comes to just positive mental focus.